So I just went live, and I'm gonna check the Twitch stream to make sure it works. I think we should be good.
Are we rolling?
You hear that?
Hold on, I'm getting ads.
This
I love
cheesesteak
ads.
is so freshly grilled. You
No
can still
ad
hear it
Bro, just a
sizzle.
reminder. Drop your Twitch Prime on Scrims LOL. Self-plug.
Sizzling.
Imagine having Twitch Prime.
Or drop your sub, you know?
Me too.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the
Well,
Drop the sub, give money. Plug.
Getting the longest ad known to
To
mankind.
Jersey Mike's video.
God's
A sub
longest
above.
ad.
Jersey Mike.
I love Jersey Mike's. God's longest ad.
Jersey. Okay, so it is working. That's cool.
Alright. Bet.
Okay, so this week this game is Andromeda versus Spectres. So honestly, I don't think we're gonna be able to get a pregame interview. I'll ask the chat, or I'll ask.
Change title.
Change title. Again, I don't have access to this, guys. Like, people keep telling me to change. I don't have the permissions to do that, and Dean is offline. So
There is no Dean.
I physically cannot. I'm sorry.
But the most scuffed stream.
It's super scuff. Do I have access, actually? No, I
You
don't.
modded?
I don't. I just do.
NA production, yes.
Hella NA production. Hold on, I'll ask.
Bro, should we get Pretzel for the draft analysis?
We're smarter than he is. We don't need him.
True.
That guy's washed and he's bad at the game. Like,
Yo?
he GP one trick that is playing support in ranked because he can't win on his main role and OP champion. So like,
Oh, come on.
so I mean, listen.
What's today's? Okay, so hold on. I'm like super. What is today? The 8th. What game is playing today? It's Andromeda versus who?
Andromeda versus Spectres. So
Spectres.
both teams are 1-1.
Okay. This game.
Yeah,
Okay.
both teams are 1-1. As every team in the league actually is 1-1, except for,
Except
Nutbusters
Metabusters.
and Metabusters.
Yeah.
But so this does have heavy implications for the tier list of teams.
It said someone nominated,
They
Alana for Andromeda.
Okay.
Dave will take it.
Dave will take it. Okay, do it in normies, because I don't have access
Have permissions.
to drag you to the casting bench.
Sad.
Okay, so we're gonna move to normies real fast.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Yeah, what's
hello.
up? Hi.
So, how you doing today?
Good. You?
I'm doing pretty good. So,
Nice.
what do you think about this matchup against Spectres?
They don't have Rex, so it's easier.
So what you're saying is
But-
Baba is washed. Is that?
I'm not. No. I didn't say he's washed. I said it's easier. Rex is a better player than Hog Baba.
So Hung Baba
That's
is
why it's easier.
washed. Okay, so we're furthering
No,
this agenda.
dude. I didn't say that. I said we got. It's a Masters 80 carry versus like a high plat 80 carry. That is a difference. Okay.
Okay, so Hong Baba parentheses silver 80 carry player is washed. Okay, so moving
Yeah.
on.
You argue like a Republican. It's crazy.
So other than the 80 carry, what about the rest of the team?
Let me look at who's on their team. Wait, this is okay. I think it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard. I think bot lane's gonna be the biggest issue, for sure. I think some of my teammates can probably hold their own and even do really well to some of the other opponents. But I think it's gonna be like kind of come down to jungle and bot lane for the game for the most part.
Okay.
Do you think you win? think it's gonna be easy 2-0? You think it's gonna be an uphill battle?
I don't know. It's probably going to be pretty even.
Even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
And back on how you're talking about bot lane and jungle, what do you think the jungle meta is going to be in this series? What do you think is going to have a lot of prio? What do you think might come out? You don't have to leak any strats, but what do you think the jungle picks are going to be? Is it going to be like solo queue, the trinity of like terrorism in the Zac, Maokai, and Udyr, or
So I actually don't think it's going to be. I'm not 100%. Do we know who their jungler is?
probably Anne. If
Okay, Anne. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be something like Sejuani or Kane, or it could be the other stuff. I don't think it's going to be like solo queue, because I don't think any of us are smart enough to pick those champions. But
Savaris, I think,
Yeah,
also
it's-
has flexed jungle once in an official match last week, so
okay,
potential there.
yeah, I think like a lot of the players play to their strengths, and a lot of the players don't really play the meta. I feel like besides like I don't know, like I think obviously my jungler kind of has been, and then Mason plays pretty much only the meta because he's an Udyr player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think most players just play to the strengths that they have.
Okay.
Is there any person that you're excited to fight or you're like worried about in the matchup? Or do you feel pretty confident against
Well,
all the
obviously
players?
he's not worried about Hong Babal because that guy's so
Yeah.
good
Okay,
washed,
no. No, yeah, for sure. I think I don't know. I haven't played any carry in a little while, so Hong is probably like the biggest like threat, I guess, on their team for me.
For
But
you?
I think it'll be okay. Yeah,
You think you got this?
yeah, maybe. I think so. I think we'll do good. Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
I believe in you. I believe in both teams.
Thanks.
Except Hongbo, clearly.
Well,
The way you're talking.
I have not said anything about Hong. I've just said what Dave has said.
No.
I'm just trying to.
You are for sure putting words in my mouth.
This is some next level gaslighting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything, but Hong Babao said that if he lost last week, he was just never gonna be seen from again. And they got 0-2. They got 2-0'd, and he's still playing. So
Who'd they play into? Was it Rift Sharks?
it was New York Nutbusters.
Oh, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that just makes sense. Like,
yeah.
Paxton got
So,
some resentment built up, bro.
Nah,
I
you
hear
guys,
it.
you guys fucking sweep
yeah,
for sure.
So, I get he's probably gonna be looking for a hefty comeback after last week. So.
Yeah. We just ban all his champs normally though.
Oh yeah. So what you're saying is you just ban out his characters and he just can't play the game? He's just washed on everything but like 2 characters?
Yeah, he's got to play like he's got to bring out some supportive AD carry shit.
Oh, you're gonna make him play Seraphine. I wouldn't do that. That champion's OP.
Yeah, honestly, no. I don't think he would play Seraphine. I think there's enough marksmen to where it's like
Yeah.
he's gonna have to pick something. Maybe Akshan.
Oh.
Oh. I would
So
love to see some Akshan AD carry prio this series. That'd be fun to cast.
I mean, dude, I'm down to do some like fucking Akshan Trundle shit bot lane for sure.
Yo, draft leagues?
Oh,
Hello?
whoa, we're leaking strats.
Yeah, for sure. That's a strat.
That's
a strat if I was on
hold you
Blake's
that.
team. It's literally a strat if I'm on you guys' team for sure.
You will not catch our support or my AD carry playing either of those pigs.
Nah, we send Blake bot with me.
Oh,
True.
actually, that is tech.
Yeah.
Well, draft should be getting ready to start semi soon, right? Or is there a delay?
You want me gone? I got it.
Well, he's starting to argue like me. Well, I just didn't want to hold you up if you needed to be with your team, because I think it was supposed to start draft around 6 minutes ago, but I think people said they were running a little late.
All right. Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, thanks for the interview. I'll go.
well, best of luck in your series.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Then we can move back into 2 boys. That way nobody comes in here.
Alright. God's most awkward interview.
It wasn't that bad.
Gaslighting. So, who you got your on, Mr. Taxi?
Okay, so I managed to pull up the stats that I wanted. So
Yeah, share your screen. It's I can see.
Here, just watch on the Twitch stream and then just mute the Twitch. That should be a
It's
lot.
delayed. It's delayed though, bro.
I think it's like delayed by like. Not that long.
The
But
key matchup was Stanley and Hangbaba talking about the ADC.
yeah, so this is the matchup that we were talking about earlier on stream or in the interview. Hong Baba, noted player. It says Stanley here. I think from the way Dave was talking, Dave will probably be the person into Hong Baba because he said he hasn't played AD carry in a while, which makes me think that he's going to be AD carry. So I can actually try and get an updated version of this because they never gave me their roster because they hate making my life easy. So let me see if I can update that. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Just waiting on draft link right now. I don't. Okay, so they're starting in
2 minutes.
2 minutes. That gives me ample amount of time to try and fix this. Let's see, so Dave. So I mean Stanley in the mid lane makes more sense. Because I know he's a big Victor Zillion player. They've been playing Victor Zillion in the bot lane actually recently. So that's
Could be
that's
buffed
something-
out.
yeah, that is something that we could keep our eyes on.
See, this matchup is playing Seraphine, Zillion, and Victor all in the bot lane.
He is
More
somewhat
to-
of a monster.
More of an APC kind of player rather than an ADC. So
Yeah.
like that, it seems Stanley does have his number. Where he's 3-1 against Hung Baba.
Further pushing even more narratives that I am not pushing at all.
Yeah?
I am not Hong Baba #1 hater, actually. It's just I'm just telling it how it is, you know. If he watches his body, he's gonna kill me. It's all in good fun.
Clueless.
Absolutely clueless.
Make sure to stream me the draft though.
It'll show up on the. I'll go ahead and just switch to this like this, except hold on. This is my first time doing this, so come on. I'm a little slower than everybody else. Hold on. This is like just a random like mock draft. Yeah, hold on. I have to remember how to do this. It's like properties. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. I hope that's not my side. Yeah, I got you. So draft was supposed to start a minute ago. That obviously has not happened. But got a little bit of a delay. Anne is now back, so I do believe that everybody is here. Just waiting on them to ready up draft. If I had to if I was a betting man, I don't know. Andromeda seems very, very solid. They have Stanley, who's very much known in this, or for his Victor, for his Zillion. He's very proficient on those champions. I do expect to see some Victor bans almost every game. Like, it just makes sense. Or else, especially on blue side, I think Andromeda will just first pick it. Cam is also a jungler that you have to be wary of. He will absolutely go crazy playing things like Hecarim, Echo. Those are the big two. We did see a lot of Hecarim Galio. Well, I think we saw it twice before. If I had to guess, Spectres would probably ban the Victor, the Hecarim, and the Echo. But because it pinches Stanley's not one trick, but his one trick and his Victor, whether he plays mid or AD carry, he's just very proficient on the champion, and it pinches Cam's champ pool with his carry. And we've gotten into the pick bans. Yeah, there's the Echo taking out immediately. The Ashe takeaway. Okay. Probably Dave. I think they think that Dave is also on the AD carry, so. And he said he hasn't played AD carry for a while. Ashe is an easy to pilot champion, and it could also be a ban targeted towards their support, because Ashe support, absolutely disgusting, just running around the meta right now. Twitch ban also comes out, hitting Hong. He plays a lot of these hyper carries like Jinx, Twitch, Zeri. He very much enjoys those kind of characters, so honestly not too surprised by the Twitch. Silas also taken off. I wonder... Do I? Oh, I do. See, they hate me. They don't like me.
I'm not sure why Cam would have.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't tell me who was red and who was blue until after it started. Well. Jinx taken away. Surprised that Jinx is taken away here. I'm trying my hardest right now to fix this so that it's not all messed up, but the teams are on the wrong side at the moment. So that is Spectres first picking the Caitlyn. Now, Caitlyn has been a huge first pick blue side prio pick. It's the most played champion so far in the entire league. It's been played 5 times, I believe, and it is 4-1. To be expected. I mean, it's just his champion. If you leave it open, he's probably going to first rotation it. It's a very safe blind pick. So a lot of these picks, honestly, surprisingly making it through. The Udyr. Okay. There you go. Everything is now fixed. We're a step above NA production now because we actually fixed it. But yeah, I could very much see. I agree with Mike. I think we could very much see a Galio R3 here. It's also surprising that Anne's Hecarim. Udyr got through. And we see a Kali slam. Oh, this is really setting up for a good Galio game. Galio performs very well into Udyr and a Kali. Now, I don't believe Cam... Yeah. Which means this is most likely, if almost guaranteed, to be Victor APC for Stanley in the bot lane. And Ornn is taken off the table. It's pretty smart. Galio doesn't provide very much damage, and Hecarim isn't known for being a super tank killer, so they'd be relying on Victor to try and solo kill the Ornn. The way that Spectres draft is also shaping up is they definitely looking to play bot side this game with the Caitlyn lane. I think that Andromeda should probably look for a Lux ban here or a Morgana ban here. Just take it away from Kathy so that... Just get rid of one of the strong pairings and maybe force them into the other if they're more comfortable into one or the other. I think that could be good. Yeah, there's the Lux ban. Very, very smart. Because Morgana, not a great champion on current patch, so... That is true. Also, we have Victor APC, meaning Black Shield, while also invalidating abilities, can also invalidate just a lot of damage from the APC Victor, since he's outputting a lot of damage, so... Alawi taken off the table. That's actually pretty smart. Lots of dive on Spectres draft. I wonder if we're going to see a Nami from Kathy this game. Oh, the Nami takeaway. Thought it was... So, Nami Victor. I think it's not bad. I think it's actually not bad. I've heard things like Brand Nami. Like, if you land a bubble, Victor puts down Gravity Field, and yeah, it's just... You're just 100 to 0. Or at least burning a flash. I wonder what the response will be. I do think Morgana actually goes very good here, but we actually get the Amumu support. They... Not horrible. And it really just doubles down on the aggressive lane. Like, Hong Baba and Kathy obviously just want to try and... They want to put their jungler on a leash, and they want to play for bot side this game. Like... So, very excited to see what will happen down there. And Jax picked up blind for Avery. Good blind champ. Super OP. Very good weak side. I don't know what the response is. I know a lot of people like to play Jax into Cassante, but I always see Cassante beat Jax. So we could see Cassante, but Gangplank... It is favorable. The problem is I feel like Spectres just have a really good dive comp, and Andromeda don't have much to deal with it outside of, like, Nami Wave and Galio ulti. For sure. Oh, yeah. Definitely going to have a strong eye on the bot side this game, because probably going to decide most of the match. Somebody has told me that Mike is super quiet and I need to turn him up, so I will do that. Let me crank that soldier boy. Okay. Talk?
Hello, hello.
Oh god, you might be a little too loud. We'll put it like here. And then Pretzel, you can just DM me if he's too quiet. I'll just fix it. Make sure that I remind them to invite me to the lobby. It'd be kind of awkward if they left me out.
So, what draft do you like better here?
I'm gonna be honest, I really just favor the Spectres draft. I think it's just because I see Caitlyn and the neurons firing in my brains, and it's just like that champion is so strong. It's really hard for GP to play into Caitlyn in the mid late game because she just outranges the barrels and can really shut him down if he doesn't play very, very well.
Yeah, I don't think I'm inclined to agree here. There's also a lot of anti-dive with Udyr who can just play Peel, and Amumu can also just play Peel.
Yeah.
Even Jack and Exen can play Peel. It's definitely like a very like defensive for the Caitlyn.
But
so if she can just play her game and outrange everyone, it's gonna be very hard for Andromeda to respond.
But I also think that Andromeda do have a... I think the Galio pick just puts in so much work here. There's 4 melee champions in a Caitlyn into Galio. Like, if everybody's grouping up on Spectres, I really do think that Galio can just turn a fight completely. Like, if he can get a good ulti knockup that, like, on top of his Hecarim or something that makes his Hecarim not die... I mean, Hecarim can go to town.
True. Still is pretty much a walk in versus walk out kind of comp, so
Very much so.
it's gonna come down to who can ever play the better, and I'm excited to see that. I think this could be a banger.
Let's see. Turn up the desktop audio a little bit.
Hey, one of you is really quiet. I'm sorry.
That's probably me still.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I'm trying to fix OBS right now.
Thank you, Cap.
A little too loud now? Okay. Here, Mike, just keep talking so that...
Oh fuck! You want me to keep talking?
Yeah, just talk like a brick wall. Like, give that brick wall a piece of your mind.
I will give that brick wall a piece of my mind here. Since I am a jungler, I will talk about the jungle matchup with Udyr v Hecarim. I'm gonna just be biased and say it's Udyr favored because I think that champion is broken as shit and can very much just run down the Hecarim. I think he can do decent into matching the Hecarim with his movement speed. Probably doesn't exactly outgank him, but can definitely get a good counter gank. I think if they go even in farm, I think Udyr just outscales him. I don't know. I just think Udyr's broken as shit. That's my insight. I'm not good, so.
No, it's fine now. Pretzel said you're perfect, so I think we're good now.
Bet.
This is my first. This is our first time, me being the main host, and like so some of my settings are a little messed up. So, but we're. Wait, it went back to being quiet. Okay, well, Are you serious?
Back to talking again? Alright,
Yeah.
let's get it. I would expect both junglers here to play the bot side. Definitely get both their bot fed. Especially getting, like, Caitlyn ahead is disgusting. That champion went ahead is just gross. And you play a very good game there. However, I would expect them to both try to shut down the Caitlyn. You have a lot of dive. You got the Galio. So, it's definitely feels a little like the Caitlyn is the big part of the team, and if they shut down the Caitlyn, they kind of just lose. Or they win, they lose.
Yeah, so. I think Caitlyn does need to get a kill pre-6. I think without a pre-6 kill, Caitlyn not being accelerated this game can make it really hard. I think it's hard for Akali to play this game in specific. It's
very hard for Akali to play in the Galio.
Yeah. I wonder if they have a plan around that though, because when the Hecarim is showing, I feel like they probably knew that the Galio was potentially coming, so maybe they've got a idea to like have their mid laner just try and shove out, even though Akali does have worse shove than Galio, which could be hard. Just try and run around with their jungler. Maybe just sack waves and just run around with Udyr. I think if Udyr gets really accelerated this game, that champion is ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous champion. So, there's a lot of carries on the side of Spectres that I think, if they get accelerated, it can be really nice. You know, obviously, Udyr Caitlyn, Jax, even Akali. Less Akali this game, just in the scope of... I don't think it's a great Akali game, but... I do think we'll see a lot of bot side scrapping. Okay. We're loading into lobby now. Just got a little bit of a delay. Well, have to wait. Let's see. My talking to the wall passive is wearing thin.
Yeah, what's happening, bro? I was waiting for you to spout like a million words Thanos beatbox.
I really am. I feel like I've talked about most that I can. So it is Stanley, AD carry, obviously, on the Victor. No funny business. Everyone's going where we expected. It's not anything like, oh, a Galio support, Galio Nami bot lane. I don't know. Well, we've seen some weird flexes in the season so far, but everything is going where expected. And with that, I think should be loading into the game shortly.
Now we'll be stuck on a 3-minute spectator delay.
Unfortunately.
Say a word from our sponsors.
Roll the ads, roll the ads.
Roll the ads.
Roll the ads.
Sponsored by BTD6.
BTD6. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'm gonna shill it again.
Again. Get the
Again.
run back. Get it on sale for like $2. Best $2 you'll ever spend.
Make sure on stream you have the client.
Yeah. Well, right now it's just not loaded. Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like, if this is what you want to look at.
Yeah.
Got that spectator delay.
Yeah, hold on. Stanley listening to Scatman.
Scatman, ski ba dot boot ba dot ba.
It might be the fucking Victor Glide, bro. All the fun.
Yeah, he's gonna build Gale Force, I think.
You gotta make the thing bigger on OBS, bro.
Yeah, it's just the
Might be the delay.
No, it's the I'm not gonna mess with it because the client is smaller than the actual game, and if I mess with the client, then the game will be out of proportion. That's why I just had it sitting on like this.
Gotcha.
Maybe I could put it on this. Let's see. Key players.
Yeah, so just keep it like that till the game starts.
Yeah, let's just run through some of these slides. 45 games played. 111 games played. I don't know how to read this stat. It says games champs played. I have dyslexia.
It's champs play, bro. Hello.
I'm dyslexic, I swear.
Pretty diverse sample, 45 out of 111 games with a 51% win rate. Not bad. Almost a 3.0 KD. It's pretty solid.
Pretty good by Dave. He is on the Galio this game, so usually you see Galio games and you expect a little bit lower KD. He kind of ints for the team, but I mean, sometimes your team just needs a Galio to just run in and die for the cause. Key player, Savaris for Spectres. 25 games played. I think Savaris is actually relatively new to the server. I don't think he played last season like most of the other players in the server. I think he's joined this season. So, starting out on a team 1-1. Got a lot to prove. He is on the Akali this game, so... I mean, mechanically demanding champion. I mean, he has an amazing KDA, almost 4 KDA throughout his 25 games. Only a 44% win rate, but with KDAs like that, I mean, he definitely controlling a lot.
Definitely contributing. Just seems to have trouble winning out the game, so we'll see. Maybe he can squeak out some here. That seems a match starting into
And
an
in-
immediate pause
Oh,
for a pee-pee poo-poo break. Unlucky.
okay. Let's see.
Probably just fast forward here.
Hold on. Let me just scale on the mini map to make it fit in the overlay.
Hey, you're like me who has the gigantic map.
I do like the big map.
It's good for blind people.
Very good for people like me that don't wear my glasses when I play League of Legends. Yeah, we can
It's
just...
like me who does wear the glasses and is still blind.
I do have it on max speed up, but unfortunately...
We are waiting just
I think
a
we
little
are
bit.
just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. I guess we can look at runes. We have Phase Rush on the Hecarim, pretty standard. We got some first strikes going around on the Victor and the GP, also standard. They're just looking to scale. We do have Conquer Akali. Makes sense with all the melee champions. Well, 3, but against a melee laner, Akali does really like the Conquer over things like Electrocute. Could go Fleet, but speaking of Fleet, we have Caitlyn with Fleeted Footwork. No lethal tempo. I'm a little surprised by that just because of the sheer fact that I feel like they're going to be playing through that lane a lot this game. But also, at the exact same time, I'm not surprised at all because he is into Victor Nami. Very much a poke-oriented, double mage kind of, mage range support combo, so I can understand where they're coming from. Okay.
And we got a
We
game.
are in the game. If I could just get rid of time controls. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, and this is the buffering from the pause. I don't
Let's
know.
go back. You just go back a little bit.
There we go. There we go. Let's see. Time controls. I wonder if we'll see any invades from anybody this game. We've got an Amumu. Looks like both teams are just kind of 5-pointing it out.
Yeah. I mean, both teams, I'd say, have a pretty decent invade, so...
I do think both teams, if anybody is to invade, looking like a play on the Galio here. Hongbaba is on the Amumu this game, actually. He's not on the 80 carry, so... It's actually Caesarius on the piloting the Caitlyn. Doesn't look like much is really happening.
Oh!
Oh?
The wrap! But nothing much to really get out of it there.
I mean...
But, hey.
Got a little poke, and... Helps Akali in lane phase. Not much, but... We do see that neither mid laner opted for the Doran shield this game, when... honestly, I think both probably could. But that's neither here nor there. Junglers just farming out. Something interesting to look at this game is we do have a leash from topside, while the Caitlyn lane did not leash. I feel like this is very, very underlooked and like important in matchups like this. Caitlyn with an early lead, or early wave prio, I guess I could say, is completely different than a Caitlyn without early wave prio. Like,
Yeah.
if you can see, like, the red team is just completely zoned off of wave, and they're going to be like this for a while. It's just really hard to play this bot lane matchup. And actually, the most surprising thing about the state of the game right now is both junglers are actually pathing top. Something I did not expect from...
Well,
Oh, Udyr is pathing bottom.
top.
Yeah.
I'm
But
surprised the Hecarim, though, is actually pathing top. So, I mean,
very surprising. Maybe they just
How
don't
do-
see the play. We do
Kinda
have a
weird
roam
that
from the Amumu.
Jax fed here, as in they don't really have a lot of an auto attackers. So fed Jax, I feel like wouldn't put in as much work as like a fed Victor.
Yeah, especially just allowing the difference between Jax going even in the GP matchup, I feel like is, or even slightly behind, compared to a Victor getting behind in a Caitlyn matchup. I feel like even just not getting your Victor ahead, but just making it so that Caitlyn doesn't get ahead, could be very, very important and impactful in the state of the game. Got a little bit of trading going on top side. GP is completely out of mana. But the Hecarim is... Is he spotted? He is not spotted.
Another thing interesting to note is that GP did not bring TP. He brought Ignite. He is definitely looking to just kill.
This gank kind of has to work.
Yeah.
It's going to really screw up everything if Jax manages to get out alive here. Wardhop went a little short, but it ultimately did not matter.
No sums burn, nothing.
But the ghost was popped by the Hecarim, so the Hecarim is so much less menacing now compared to the Udyr. And speaking of, cross map in the bot lane, while at the same time Hecarim is going for a gank on mid lane. A lot of action going right now on the map, but Akali just kites it out and even trades aggressive.
Wow. You're definitely having less pressure than the Hecarim right now, but Hecarim is not getting any sums burned, nor is he really getting any kills, so it's not too much going on the map, though.
And he's just showing on vision perma. That's a really important thing. Okay, Hong Baba getting stunned by the Victor, taking a lot of poke here. This wave state is very good for the side of Spectres, though. Like, they can very easily just call for an Udyr regank, and it's going to be hard for Andromeda's bot lane to not blow sums. They did... I guess this is the power of the Victor. He is able to shove in. Ooh, so Varus might look for solo on this E. Oh, Flash is burned.
Probably burnt his Flash.
That's big,
Actually
especially
big.
against a Hecarim. Especially the way that Hecarim has shown that he wants to play this game out.
As I'm playing through mid here, very good for them. Not much too much going in the top here. Just some trading.
Lots of bases coming down. First dragon has spawned. Good trade by GP there. Oh,
He was looking for the kill, but
he was just out of auto range, I guess.
my man was flashing on Casper.
Yeah. I assume he was trying to go for the auto into Q Ignite, just looking for an all-in potential here. Hong Baba is actually here. He is baiting, and that is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very well played by Hong Baba and the Spectres there. Avery
Very
also
nice
with a very
call.
good bait. Just knowing the limits of her champion, able to just bait the Gangplank on just committing on her, thinking that maybe he has kill potential with Ignite, but they know he's flashless and it's just free. And no TP on the GP. This wave state's brutal.
Brutal XP to miss there. That's another thing with the Caitlyn here is enabling with Amumu.
Got some fighting going on mid. You're with the stun, and that's
Might
just
be
a
a pick
dead
up.
Galio.
All right. We're getting kill on the board. Not too bad. He's a tank, so I mean, probably might have been better on the Akali, but I mean, a kill's a kill. Can't go wrong with that.
I mean, honestly, just right now, the solo lanes for Spectres is just going about as perfectly as you could ask for them to go. No resources invested topside by the jungler on Spectre's side.
Drake. I guess not. I mean, they do
Just-
have double lane prio, but
I think the call was that Akali just wanted to base, and
yeah.
they did, just in case. They don't know where Hecarim's at. They don't know he's in base. It's just hard.
Even though Amumu has been out of lane, Caitlyn's still been exerting so much pressure. Even just by herself. It's really with his pick. Amu's just kind of free to go play second jungler while Caitlyn just gets free farm
Yeah.
and free pressure, and they can't really do much about it.
I mean,
Not again.
it's really hard. Especially with this Scuttle Crab vision, as you can see right here in front of Dragon, being for the side of Spectres, it just really... Avery just solo kills in the top lane while we're talking about bot lane. And this game has just been pure action, raw no rubber, people just perma fighting. We have a pause? Time controls? I'll just go back a couple of seconds and hope it fixes itself.
Yeah, you go back to the top, see the solo bola.
Oh, that is true. I'll check that after this. I mean, just free kill. Oh, I think there's actually, we're looking for, they're pinging for an invade. We'll check the replay of the solo bola topside. It's looking like a no contest. We'll check out that top kill, just give credit where credit's due to Avery here in a second. Akali is deep in the jungle. Caitlyn ulti comes out, and Hecarim is forced to burn R, which means that this play is just completely dominated by the side of Spectres. It's
something you not want to do is burn Hecarim in just to escape. That gives a lot of pressure out of his ganks.
It is
a very big spike from 6, so losing that pressure is
astronomical. I think there's actually, they're looking for a play here on mid lane with the Hogbaba Roam. But it's just going to be de-escalation into nothing. We can actually go back and check out this top solo bolo. It... just doesn't expect the counter-strike, I guess. Oh, and he oranges early. That's very unfortunate.
Unlucky. Now it'll just be a solo bolo.
I mean, no flash burn, no strings attached. It's just an unfortunate series of events.
Not looking too good here. I mean, Jax having 2 kills this early as a scaling champion is not what you want to be.
Yeah, I think that's just like how these kind of drafts will play out when you have a GP Jax topside. I mean, if it doesn't just turn into a farm fest, then whoever gets ahead and accelerated will, I mean, really just take over the lane. Like a Fed GP or a Fed Jax, it's pretty difficult for both to play into each other. I do want to point out the deep ward that was just gotten by Andromeda's top laner. Very good for scouting, excuse me, for scouting the jungler of the side of Spectres. Just knowing where that Udyr is at all times. He is pathing up towards there. Let's see if he dodges this ward. Yeah. So they don't actually... Aw, he just missed it. He just missed it. Unfortunate.
Unlucky.
But Amumu's here to not... Okay. They're there to pick it up.
Yeah. Looking really strong for the Spectres right now.
We do have this Amumu running topside currently. But GP just knows. I mean, very good wording by Andromeda's top laner. I mean, lots of deep vision. He just knows where everybody's at. I do very much can foresee Casarius getting potentially 4-man dove here. This good preemptive flash.
Good flash. They are just burning
but, I
so
mean,
many ults to kill this.
Oh,
Fuck
but
this Caitlyn in particular.
The Victor does die, but it is an execute,
so
Akali is in a pretty bad position right now. Stuck in between. Oh, that could be catastrophic though. They'll just kite it out though. Honestly, good response by the side of Andromeda. They're showing life. They're showing that they're not just gonna fall over and lose the game. They're gonna fight back. That was a really good dive on the Casarius. Now, I mean, the price to pay is Rift Herald, but, I mean, when you're feeling pressured, I mean, just stack a side lane and dive somebody. I mean, it's pretty good. But
makes sense with Mumu kind of just being absent in the lane. You do gotta punch the Caitlyn.
Oh, yes. I mean, just allowing Caitlyn to just be up 30 CS 1v2 is something that should not be allowed, and they punish it,
That'd be illegal.
They do punish it, but unfortunately, Spectres is ready to punish it right back with the Rift Herald take. I could see this being dropped mid lane to try and open it up for the Caitlyn. Just funnel as many plates onto her as possible. How many plates? She didn't get any plates bot lane, but that's to be expected in a 2v1. But nobody is actually currently matching the bot lane of Andromeda. They're kind of just left to hit plates and soak free XP.
Kind of a little bit of a weird lane swap.
This
Very early.
looking like a Hecarim has been snuffed out. So much action going on right now. Are they going to... Okay, they're just going to Rift and Dive, I believe. The target is the Hecarim. Rift Herald is dropped. GP ulti used. And it's just a disaster. Just a disaster. Well played by the side of Spectres, but...
Yeah, very well played Spectres. They are just dominating. I mean, such an early goal lead.
I mean, I wonder if they knew that Galio just didn't have TP, and they assumed that he just still was on ulti cooldown, because, I mean, Galio just couldn't help. Speaking of Galio, it's looking like he's getting Udyr stunned. He gets a knockup, but he kites it out.
Decided not to go with that.
Okay.
They're almost up about a 4K goal lead.
Akali might be caught, though. She eat away. She went back in. She's a monster, but they see the Jax and decide to kite out.
Also, did you see the Hecarim ult burn there to fear the Akali?
Yes.
And he didn't go over the wall.
Very unfortunate. Lots of little...
I don't know if that's intentional or not, but if it's intentional, good job.
Yeah. I'm going to assume it's intentional. Cam's very proficient on the pick. His Hecarim has shown to be... He knows his way around his champion. I'm going to have to assume.
Minutes, and we have 2 people on the side of the Spectres with completed items. A Divine Sunder, which is a huge power spike for Jackson, and Demonic Brace, another huge spike for Udyr. Definitely going to take over this game here.
Yeah. Very strong. But they are... Andromeda is still looking for a fight. This is... It really is just an item diff in this fight, I think. It's just
so accelerated. We'll play the Spectres there, just noticing the collapse and responding to it. It's going to be a free dragon for them, too.
Okay, but Akali is... an amazing Q by Hongbaba. I wonder if they're going to keep looking for Hecarim.
Hold on. Yo. Snipers.
I mean, Hongbaba's so watched at AD carry, just put him on support and he just 1v9s. TM. No BM. Teehee.
I mean, he is performing on this pick. He's been pretty much been playing like second jungler. He's been affecting the map much more.
While still somehow staying completely even in levels with
Nami.
With Dave on the support.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Caitlyn's up so much farm in comparison, despite just being kind of on an island all game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to assume Caitlyn has full Mythic and base. Yes, she does. She has the full Gale Force.
Just want to talk about how funny this GP character is. 0-3, still has an Essence Reaver. Yep.
And 2 crit cloaks. I mean,
the
GP is scaling, but it looks like there's a fight in the mid lane. The Akali E, the Nami wave hits 2 on the bubble. Galio goes back in. They're trying to kite in and out of tower.
Oh, here's GP. Might look for a cleanup here. If he gets some kills, he'll be huge.
This barrel?
Looks like there's
both teams are just gonna respect each other.
Oh, okay.
But the Hecarim is in.
Hecarim's here.
Fear? If they can get the shutdown on this Udyr, that'd be huge.
Shutdown Udyr.
Super big on the GP here. I mean, this GP can become problematic. I mean, the team of Spectres, they're sitting on a lot of shutdowns and very low HP.
The game is not over, but Avery just split pushing in the top lane here, doing Jack thing, really interacting with the game.
But, I mean, the amazing thing for Andromeda here is they get full tower, which results in an objective bounty, and a shutdown on the GP. If I have to guess, this is probably close to a full item on this GP.
That's a huge turning point for GP. It's so gross. We can also see that the Hecarim opted in for Black Cleaver Rush, which I don't think is bad, especially into like how tanky their comp is with Jackson Udyr. It's a really good item to first rush.
Got a lot of action going on. I wish I remembered how to zoom out.
Dead Victor.
Can somebody in chat like remind me how to like zoom in and out? Cause I do not remember how.
Zoom out is Control Shift Z.
Control Shift Z. How do you zoom back in?
You just use the scroll wheel when Control Shift Z is active.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, no, thank you.
You're the goat. You're the goat. Okay, I'm still kind of zoomed out here. I mean, Hongbaba is really just like thirsty for blood. He's making it known that even though they got a lot of shutdowns, Andromeda is still not allowed to be in their own jungle. At least bot side for the time being.
Something really good is definitely to just shut down farm from the Hecarim. Show that it wants to farm. Very proficient in clearing camps, so just denying him as much camps as possible is really good, especially because he's almost got that mana immune online, which is a really big power spike, so delaying that's really nice. Looks like we have a bit of a ARAM going here in the mid lane.
Just wanna protect their tier 1 tower. They understand how important that tier 1 tower. I really do think if we just like look at the general scope of the game, like Rift Herald is being taken by the side of Spectres, and I can only presume that this is going mid. Once this tier 1 tower falls, I do think it's going to be very difficult for Andromeda to play the game, just because it will open up the map so much for all these aggressive plays.
Like, yeah, it looks like he's just straight up dropping.
Yeah,
He just wants to get rid of that player. It makes sense.
And if we just keep our eyes on this Amumu...
Might be a pick on the Hecarim here.
Q goes a little wide, but the tower will still fall. Akali's on the flank. Okay, Nami Wave comes out. No Gale Force on the Caitlyn currently. That's have Flash and Heal extended. Galio taunts. Holds it to get rid of the CC immunity. Akali's caught on side. It's a really split fight. It's looking very, very favored for the side of Andromeda,
this
though.
Could be a few shutdowns.
This could be really
here.
big.
Hold on. We got a game, boys.
Ultimately, I think only the one champion will fall, but very good tempo swing in the side of Andromeda. They refuse to just lay down and die, especially before this dragon fight. I think it's going to be basically impossible for for Spectres to contest this with the HP bars that they're currently sitting on. That being said, Jax is left to just split push top lane, get that full tower, 600 gold in the pocket. Oh, but Akali is not going to just... Akali ulti? The Hecarim does fall. Udyr is in the pit with Smite. Akali makes it out alive. Amumu ulti hits 2.
God, I hate this champ.
Yeah.
Look, oh,
and the Udyr is just invincible 1v2ing their front line.
Kill everyone, man.
And
Fuck
just
this champ.
everyone unfortunately falls while Jax takes top tier 2 and is now just AFK hitting it.
That's gonna be that might be a dead Victor. Okay.
He does show some restraint, but
good field. Yeah, this is game 1.
You really do feel bad for Andromeda here. They got a pick in the mid fight, very well played. Got a lot of chunks on the HP bars, but they're just so behind in gold and items that the Udyr can just...
He's so accelerated right now.
And... Oh, 1 for 1.
Good for them. I mean, that's a big shutdown for the GP. Definitely something you want to give right there. Hopefully you can get back into the game and just start doing stupid GP things. One-shotting the team.
Okay. We're looking for a Nami Wave pick, but she is by herself. I think she is just going to die to Akali here.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Little sus.
A little ambitious on that wave, trying to wave out the Udyr from the Gromp, but now Victor is laying down a lot of damage, stalls with stopwatch. This could be a pick on the Akali.
I think they're just going to disengage. Udyr just going in. I mean, he's just doing Udyr things. Absolutely shredding the Galio.
And Caitlyn picks up the kill.
God. Oh, here comes Horse.
That is a TP. That's a TP from the Jax. Jax is coming in, and it's just... Hecarim is out by himself alone.
But Hecarim did pick a shutdown on the Udyr.
He did pick a shutdown from the Udyr.
Not a bad 1-for-1, but it was a definitely better trade.
Okay, and GP is just dove.
Yeah.
trades 1-for-1, but I mean, the fight is still continuing, and Jax is just...
This could be game here. Zach's just kind of mowing down the entire game.
Jax with the triple kill, and the heal from Triumph keeping him alive! Oh, how disgusting.
That's so vile.
It is looking rough from the side of Andromeda here. Honestly, really well played by Spectres in these fights, though. Caitlyn has had so much room to free hit, while their Jax and Udyr just stalls and, I mean, realistically just does, like, so much frontlining for their team. Oh my god, I understand why Dean's voice is always perma messed up. I need water.
It's good about being the second one, bro. I don't gotta talk as much.
This is harder than I thought it would be.
It's gonna be a pick on here on the Hecarim.
I think both sides are just going to disengage. Now, something really important that we can look at here is that GP does now have 3 full items completed. So he does have the Quick Blade ER Prowlers, but engage in here. GP is a little zoned from the fight, and
oh my god,
it is just a mosh pit. It is just a mosh pit.
It's a massacre.
And oh. Why did that happen? Okay.
Oh. League Client being League Client? Get it?
League Client is really good. I have TM. TM. But...
Oh no! Comes Jacula.
Oh, really aggressive play and really good solo kill by the Gangplank. If he can actually kite this out...
Oh my god, hold on.
There is no jungler in the pit, but I just don't foresee a way for this to get stolen. Wait, they're all dying to Nash!
Baron, no!
Wait.
Yo, Baron getting a big shutdown for Baron. Might sway the game a bit here.
I mean, honestly, putting the Caitlyn on a staggered death timer like this, I could see that Drake spawns in a minute 10. If GP can get set up on this soul point, because the soul does have to be fought here, it is Chem Soul, which is regarded as the worst soul in the game, but a soul is a soul nonetheless. It is permanent stats you'll have for the rest of the game.
I can hear Blake shriveling right now as he built Collector, not LDR.
The Collector GP. That is Nami Wave burned for this fight.
So it's interesting they opt for Collector over LDR since their team comp's just so tanky.
Ooh, GP is face checking here, unfortunately. Hecarim deciding to commit on the Udyr. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Akali...
Oh, there you go. They're just so tanky,
and it's just an QR from a Mumu. And Caitlyn just takes off Hecarim's head.
God, the Udyr's down. They're just so tanky.
This fight is...
Oh, Caitlyn could be caught here. She's by herself.
Caitlyn could be very caught.
Ash is right over the wall. Might be a Drake, though, for Andromeda here. Prevent the soul.
It hasn't spawned yet, and somebody does have to look at the Jax right now.
Yeah, someone does have to answer.
That is TP from Akali in. I just don't see a universe where Andromeda is going to be able to contest this Drake without GP first setup and pit.
Gosh, she is just moving.
Oh, she is just mowing down. I mean, she's so slippery. Gets the flash out of the... Oh. And then Nami died to the Jax. Oh, Jax is just killing everybody.
Jax is just jaxing all over one. It's fucking
he outsmited the barrel. There's just no way GP wins anymore.
God. GP
did get him with the true damage. Akali is committing in onto the Victor. Good
solo. That would be enough.
And we have the Galio R. Might be able to buy enough time. He is 1 HP though, so you have to just assume that he's going to fall. Good Q by Hongbaba. The Ignite's dropped.
Oh, God,
good stopwatch, but unfortunately Udyr is probably just going to pick it up. And I'm going to have to assume, and off-camera, Soul was being taken by the Caitlyn. I mean...
It's looking probably like a GG here.
This is looking like a GG.
Really big stomp, honestly, from Spectres.
I'm going to be honest, even though the scoreboard shows 31-8, I think there were lots of really good signs of life from Andromeda this game. Lots of plays being made where it's like, if they were a little cleaner, maybe a little faster, maybe a little more coordinated, they could have went huge. I mean...
Yeah, I think if they can adapt, I think they have definitely a good shot of making it next match, though. Matches like that can be a slog on the mental, so I hope that match, that loss, doesn't take too big of a toll on them, and they can just get back in here for another match.
Yeah, I mean, I very much expect for a good bounce back here from the side of Andromeda. I really do believe that they have a lot of tools, or they showed a lot of life in what realistically just looks like a doomed game. So, but also we cannot discredit the performance of Spectres at all. They played absolutely amazing. So, I mean, Hong Baba, his roams as a Mumu, his top ganks, his mid plays, I mean, his engages in team fights, absolutely amazing. I mean, so well played. This Caitlyn going up CS 1v2, I mean, that's insane to me that she can go up CS like that 1v2 almost perma in lane.
They all played so well. It's hard to give like any of them MVP.
Akali going deathless, actually going 4-0 and 17 by Cerberus. Very well played game. You know, I thought that maybe the Akali into the Gallia would be a hard matchup, but I mean, Cerberus just proved that he's fine with playing this Akali into almost everything, and that's why Blind picked it. I mean, and Udyr and Avery Jax also just put in so much work that game. I mean, the solo kills from Jax, the split push, I mean, if I had to give MVP to anybody, it's hard.
It's hard. I kind of want to say Hung Baba because
I was going to agree.
Set up, like, even though, right, Jax did a lot that game,
I think
Hung Baba did set him up for success with the early ganks.
Very much.
You know, he pretty much got to play just second jungle and just ran around the map.
I mean, I'm just going to have to completely agree. I mean, Hung Baba, I mean, support is the unsung hero role. I mean, they don't often get MVP because you don't really see it on the scoreboard, top damage, top KDA, things like that. You know, they're not the ones in the team fights usually killing everybody, but, I mean, the engages, the early roams, the fact that he was maintaining, like, staying on level curve against the Spectre, I mean, against Andromeda's support, I mean,
at the end, he out-leveled her, too, while also just roaming the entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, he played so well.
I'm just going to have to give that one to Hong Baba. I think he played that game exceptionally well. Really set his team up for just overall success.
Yeah. Well played to both sides.
Well played to both sides. But I do hope that Andromeda can bounce back and not let it hit their mental too hard.
I think if they can adapt here, I'm curious to see what bans, if they're going to swap up their bans. I would imagine so. I mean, definitely maybe. We might see a Jax ban. We might see a Caitlyn ban.
Yeah, Caitlyn ban, I think. Because Caitlyn really allows for Hong Baba to play in the way that he has been. Let's see.
So definitely see how they adapt here.
Spectres Season 3 or Season 5. I think we're about to get into draft. Hopefully, crap. I gotta switch their sides now.
Oh, so much work.
What did I just do? I just broke everything.
Oh my god, bro.
Delete. It's okay. I know how to do this. Asset creator. It's not that hard. I promise.
Oh, Rex is going to be in for Hong.
Okay. Yeah. I read that and I didn't fix it on the...
Okay.
I suck. Okay, so... Rex. Now, in the pregame interview, Dave actually said that he is glad that their team does not have to fight Rex, and now Rex is stepping in. So this could be we could see like a different performance here, because even though the Udyr did path bottom for the side of Spectres, I feel like Caitlyn was still weak-sided with her support perma-roaming, and she just played the weak side phenomenally. But now that Rex is in, I think there is a very high chance that we see strong side, bot side. I hope they didn't start draft yet. Thank God. I'm glad that they're being slow because I'm being slow.
Apparently, Humbaba hit some edibles, so
Yeah.
good for him for playing that at Mumu high as fuck.
Honestly, just smurfing on the absolute whacked out Amumu. I mean, how many people can say that they got MVP while absolutely zonked on edibles?
Opened his third eyebrow. Let him know how to play a Mumu.
It really did.
It called to him. He saw it in a dream.
Okay, so I think I've fixed. Okay, that's the last draft. But Rex is in. Okay. There we go.
Alrighty.
So we are just waiting for them to ready up drafts, and we'll get straight into it as soon as they're ready. At Mike, I don't think Kathy is playing. Oh, so is Hongbaba playing, not Kathy?
I'm confused.
I thought Hongbaba was getting subbed out. Rex in for Teddy. Kathy still not playing? Wait, who's the support?
Oh.
Wait,
Teddy
Teddy
is
is
home.
home. Yeah, so wait.
Yeah.
Then who is their support?
Whoops.
I'm confused.
Figure that out. Seeing okay, we're seeing some bans. We've got a Draven ban. I know Rex is like
No
a proficient
clue.
Draven player.
Okay, well, if they don't have any clue, I'm not going to change it. So Kathy might not be playing this game. It might be somebody else support, but I don't know who's playing, so... Caesarus is still in.
No clue. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Just put a question mark next to it.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
that's not the way
Well-
that's not the way that the thing works.
No,
We
just
do-
go to OBS, put text, and just put a question mark next to Kathy.
Just add a text box.
Yeah, just add a text block question mark, and then, so if we're wrong, it's fine. Okay, so we're definitely seeing ban here. Udyr first pick. So you had Draven, Jax, and a Tristana ban. Definitely a target out for Rex.
Wait,
He's like these really aggressive ADCs.
I'm breaking everything for this shitty joke.
No, don't break. And on the side of Spectres, we're seeing a Twitch, Hecarim, and Victor ban. So definitely both teams swapping up their bans here. We're also seeing both junglers first pick. We're seeing the Udyr and the Elise.
Okay, we do see the Udyr first pick by Cam here. Anne played it last game, but they decided to prio it and first pick it with Anne having the Elise response. Into the Ashe.
Don't think it's a good matchup for Elise. I don't think Udyr really has many bad matchups.
Yeah, I have to
Vile.
presume that Elise would lose that
Sorry.
matchup, but
Sorry, Jar. He's broken as fuck.
I am to believe that this Elise, especially with this Ashe, I'm going to assume that it's going to be Ashe support, and they're just going to look for really heavy trades level 1 in the bot lane that will transform or translate into dives
okay.
with this Elise.
Seraphine, not a
Now-
bad pick into the Elise to prevent diving. And
Very smart. Very smart. This
Good pick.
I-
And could deny the Seraphine Ash if they were
Yes.
looking to play that.
It
So
it completely negates the poke that the Ash lane, basically everything that we just said with Ash trying to poke them down and then Elise dive. Seraphine just covers all those bases. Very smart pick. I can only presume maybe okay, we're just running a Kali, but it's not a run back because Savarius played it last game. Andromeda kind of stealing Spectre's homework here, seeing the Udyr Kali mid jungle and insta Silas locked for Savarius.
not a bad Silas game. Has really good ultis.
Very good Silas game.
Seraphine, Akali, all good ultis on Silas. Silas can proc both his R and the Awaken R for some reason because God is dead. So very good pick here.
And Savarius is very much known for his Silas. I'm pretty sure he is. I can fact check this real quick, but I think it's his most played champion. Question mark?
Question mark?
I do believe.
Yeah, Camille ban. Okay. Probably just gonna be banning up top laners here.
Camille is good. It locks down the Akali. It can get. It's not super good into the Seraphine, but do see the Ornn ban. I mean, if the Camille was a preemptive ban so that you could blind Ornn, I mean, Andromeda just realizing that and taking the Ornn away. Zilean also taking away for Stanley. I guess they assume that Adam would be the one playing the Seraphine, and then they don't want to have to deal with Zilean Seraphine bot lane. Very smart. So Stanley is going to be forced onto not Victor or Zilean, which makes me believe that he will be the one picking up the Seraphine, and Adam will opt into a different support. Darius looking to be taken off. I mean, Darius is pretty blindable. I wouldn't want to play Darius this game into Andromeda's team comp.
Yeah, I don't think it's be the best Darius game or work out well with their team, but I mean, Darius is Darius.
Darius has always been and will always be Darius, and I will never doubt it or blame anyone for banning the champion.
Seeing a Varus pick. You know, big poke top lane.
Silas, I did look it up. Silas is Savarius's most played mid laner. He has a 4.45 KDA on the pick. He is 2-2, but he does seem to he does perform very well on the pick. Oh, people know my opinion on Jhin. And if you don't know my opinion on Jhin, I think that is the worst AD carry on the patch. Well, bottom 3 at least. It's just like no damage champion. Into the team of Spectres, they are very squishy. So if this Jhin can get accelerated with the playing strong side Udyr, like for bot side, I think it could be good. I really want Andromeda to weak side their top laner right here. Pick like the most.
There you go, CEO weak sider.
Yeah, CEO weak sider Fiora. I mean, blind Fiora.
Now we see the Urgot pick.
Must be very confident.
Yeah, not bad. You know what? As much as we rag on Jhin, it's not a bad Jhin game. They're all squishy.
Quite a decent Jhin game.
W has a lot of follow-up this game, and we're seeing Riven.
An exciting draft from both teams.
I kind of really want to see Riven in a comp where it seems to be doing a lot of poking and a lot of lockdown. Which I guess it works with Riven, but she's more dive. But yeah, Avery is Riven. I
could actually very much see the Ashe. I think if I had to predict the way that this game will play, I think that the jungler for Spectres is actually going to path topside. Elise Riven has a very good dive, as long as you can get Fiora parry before the dive starts. Because if it doesn't, it can go wrong so fast. Which is why I'm a little scared of this, because you cannot dive Seraphine. So
yeah, all around, I think this is not an amazing Elise game. You have like 3 champs that are really. You have Fiora, who's got parry, very hard to dive.
Akali with Shroud, very hard to dive.
Seraphine with all her Seraphine bullshit, very hard to dive. So, as broken as Elise is and how good she is right now, I don't think she's that good of a blind pick because she does have her bad games. However, whereas like someone like Udyr, who's just, I mean,
well, while not technically a blind pick, because they did Andromeda, the side of Andromeda did B1 their jungler. I think Andromeda drafted very well around this Elise pick, and
Yeah.
last game I thought both drafts were pretty even. This game I'm going to just have to give a solid draft advantage to Andromeda. I think that they have a very clear idea with what they want to have happen and what they want to have not happen, aka the Elise dives. And honestly, I think they're just preemptively really well equipped to deal with the things that will probably happen this game. On the other side, Spectres with the Silas can put in a lot of work this game.
Yeah, Silas has a lot of nice ultis to play with right now, so I mean it's not completely terrible. He's been unchained from tank duties. Yeah, unluckily unchained to playing Elise into this team. But
Trying my hardest to get in the lobby, but it is unfortunately full at the moment. Okay. Coolio, I've made it in.
you're in. Yeah, I think. Well, I kind of agree. I think I like Andromeda's draft a little more. Spectre's draft can put in a lot of work. I mean, again, the Silas has a lot of really good ultis to play with. They have a lot of good poke and peel for their like more divey-ish team. But I mean, both are kind of similar because both have dive while also having poke, as in Seraphine Jhin and Varus Ashe. 2 poke, so they got 2 backline and then 3 dive. So it's definitely a very similar comp.
Yeah. I mean,
I think the way they drafted around their dive is like a little better. But I think the game can swing either way.
yeah, I mean, the game is super playable for both sides, but I think it will really, truly just come down to a who's in the right place at the right times kind of moment. Because if Elise is like, I think warding also has a lot to do with this game. I think good wards from either team, especially from Andromeda, will just shut down the side of the side of Spectres this game. And I mean, with the Varus Ashe poke lane into the Jhin Seraphine, I mean, Jhin Seraphine can kind of match the range and the sustain.
Yeah.
So I really think that both of these bot sides want to be weak side.
That's what I was thinking too.
And it's just going to be a full, I mean, like,
play through top.
yeah,
much.
there's 6 melee champions when Elise is in spider mode on the top side of the game, or on the top side of the map. It is going to be an absolute fist fight on top side, while I think bot just pokes and farms it out. So I'm really interested to see what happens.
Definitely gonna be interesting though, because again, they could not play. At least they'll still again have that dive threat. Could go bot and attempt to dive. I mean, Seraphine's early shielding and healing is not the best, so if they can get a lot more poke out. But again, if they mitigate most of the poke, then it's really hard for Elise to dive here. So could go either way, but I'm kind of inclined to agree that it's probably gonna be play through top. Both games, Riven and Fiora, can take over the game. I won't say my opinions on Riven.
Okay, I've been told that the support that I could not for the life of me figure out who it was is actually Alana. So, not whoever had all the question marks next to their name. Kathy. It's not Kathy, it's Alana. So, wait. No. Wait, what? No, Alana is the top laner for... Okay, guys. I'm lost.
We'll figure out when we're in game.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll just see their names.
Devisa? Whoever's in-game name is Devisa is Alana.
Alana is on Andromeda.
Yeah, so I thought Devisa was the Nami last game. Obviously, I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know what I'm talking about. So...
And is Divisia, yeah.
Alana is on... Yeah. So
I'm so lost.
I don't know.
My brain hurts.
Well, we were trying to figure out who is the support for Spectres because they made it sound like it's not Kathy.
Alana's Aijin is Divisia. Okay.
Okay, so okay.
So she's Andromeda.
Yeah, she's the top laner for Andromeda. I think it's because I was saying the GP and not Alana, because I forgot. I just kept saying Andromeda's top laner or the GP. See, Avery makes it easy for me because her name in game is Avery.
Yeah.
So I can remember.
I think it's R Avery. Actually.
Yeah, like Ara Avery. Yeah, that's what it is.
His name, LMFAO. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Avery's a him, bro.
Okay, well,
Taxi learning everyone's gender.
listen, I don't know. I do know, but I don't know, right? Because, like, I was looking and he's playing Riven, so I was, like, saying she.
Her.
I was saying her because he is on Riven.
It's good. Silva says it's okay. It took me a week, bro. Yeah.
I thought Anne was a dude for like actually the first month of me being in the server. I figured out she was a girl like actually like last week. Like unironically, that's not even a joke. I always thought Anne was a dude because I don't think I've ever been on her team. She is a girl, right? I'm pretty
I
sure.
believe.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
not playing this, bro. I'm not trying to fuck with anyone's genders, bro. I don't fucking. Yes, thank you.
Yes, okay.
The hole is getting deeper, Taxi. Goes by she. Got you guys. Thank you, Silva. Thank you.
Thank you.
King out here. King shit.
Okay. We've made it in game. I wonder if
Okay.
we're going to load into another pause.
Will it be another bathroom time? I guess not.
Okay, pull up scoreboard, get rid of... Give me this, get rid of time controls, and we're off. Okay, so, I mean, just looks like another standard 5-point from both teams.
No crazy invades.
No crazy invades.
Makes sense. I mean, I would say sad
actually,
of,
there is some people stepping up here. Hey, I mean, that's free money.
Spectres. Yeah. I say if they were to invade, Spectres got a pretty invade. They got Silas. You got Riven. Ash. But, yeah, just some standard 5 points.
Very much to be expected. Both pixels getting a award for each team.
It's definitely interesting. Riven taking Ignite here. She's looking just to kill.
It's actually the opposite
save of last time.
We have the Ignite on Spectres top laner instead of an Andromeda's top laner.
Looks like Elise will be starting top side playing for bot, while Udyr is starting bot side.
Actually, very surprised at this. I would foresee that the Elise with the Ignite on the Riven might be telling that they want to play for top side, but...
I mean, he is taking no leash, which is what you do on Elise. He could go 3 camps, right? He can go red, Raptors, Krugs, and then dig gank. You have a lot of flexible pathing with Elise. There's something that makes the character like really good right now. So
get some action in this top lane. Heavy tradings. Conqueror popped by the Riven, and they end up trading about 50% HP for 50% HP, but the Fiora procs the Vitals. This might need to be a Vital reset by Avery. Gets level 2, though, and plays up, but with a Vital in the position and the way that it is... Okay, the
someone
Vital...
told you how to zoom out, right?
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah.
Okay, the Ignite is dropped. We're looking for a solo kill. Waits out, and then nice flash Q, and that is first blood for the Riven.
Oh, bolo.
Very well played. Flashes were traded, and the Ignite was dropped, so hopefully... She just needs to look for the crash, but the Fiora does have TP. Honestly, that does make it very awkward, but we do have Elise looking for a gank here.
Oh yeah, she went red Raptors Gromp. Pretty standard for Elise, just 3 camping. See if she can hit the wrap here.
Nice juke.
Good sidestep.
Need to pull up the 2 rosters that are playing this so I can call them by their names.
So So I'm just calling by chance, bro. I can't remember.
I can't
This might be a-
remember.
This might be a dive in the bot lane here.
This is. It will be a
No.
hard dive. I think Ash.
Definitely hard to execute, but
But it definitely does look like we're going to see a dive in the very near future. They're just trying hard to get this wave in.
the
Red
Jhin is extremely chunked out here, so
with
this
no
could be a good
pots.
dive.
Unfortunately, he did take Doran's Blade instead of 3-pot. We do get the double W. They're just looking for aggro, and just
Very
down
nice.
he falls.
Might be a double kill here. Very well
Okay.
played by On there. The dive was really nice. Got
So-
2 kills, something you really would want on a leash.
Something small there that was done. Well, topside failed gank on the Riven by Udyr, but but she's just looking for hard 1v1 in the jungler's face. Very smart, actually wasting a lot of Udyr's time here.
Ego is such a big fight, but that worked out so well.
Yeah, they are just gonna look for the dive.
Dive.
But
Diving Riven.
Diving Riven does spell disaster.
I'm just gonna back off here, yeah. Really strong start for Spectres here.
Something I
mean,
did want to point out in that bot dive, props to Caesarius for tanking aggro outside of range, tower aggro, so that he would execute to the tower while pulling aggro for his team so that his carries could get out alive. I think that dive actually has a chance to get very scuffed if he didn't draw a tower aggro like that and execute, because by executing he just gets a faster base and he doesn't give any gold. So well played by Caesarius. I did want to point that out. And well played by Avery to de-escalate the dive and almost even pick up another solo bolo in the top lane. And while I'm talking about all that,
and then there's
I mean-
another gank with Elise. And just trying to push that lead.
super pushing the lead.
CS lead, almost about a 23 CS lead already this early. And the Waves is in just such a good position for bot for another gank. This is such a
Oh yeah, they're just
Really?
going to hold this freeze forever, I think.
this is such a good position for Spectres here.
They're even making a play mid. Oh, what good mechanics by the
Akali
Akali.
just fucking Akaliing. But overall, ultimately results in nothing. So
Does escape the gank, but there is.
Ooh,
I mean, the play
yeah.
is not dead. Like, don't ever say it's over until he's breathing. Flash by the Silas and flash by the
Good.
Akali.
the
Elise actually burns to the ignite. Now, Silas does have the Akali ulti here. R3 over, and he hits the chain, and that's just going to be a dead Akali. Really well played by the side of Spectres.
Yeah. Silas played that really well there with the flash.
Very well played. Honestly, by just everybody involved. Like, Akali played it well, but, I mean, just the lead that this... Sorry, my voice is dying. This Elise is just so ahead that... I mean, she's just... Her impact is being felt all over the map.
And I mean, Silas now with like the 2-0 lead, it's not what you want to do in a scaling champ like Silas. I mean, Elise has her big power spike of Dark Seal boots. That's what you really look. And then it's just looking like a complete domination of the early game. Completely different from the last game. They're definitely adapting better.
Oh, really good flash ulti. Yeah. On the level 3 Seraphine, by the way.
Jhin is level. Look at the level difference
Wait, what?
between Jhin and Flores.
Cesarius
And-
feeling himself a little bit. Gets four shot in the face.
You got an ego sometimes.
Little bit of ego, but
You got ego sometimes. I mean, look at this CS lead. It's disgusting right now. He's so
yeah.
ahead.
I mean, Spectres is. They are really running away with the. They built a lot of momentum in the first game. You can just tell, and they're feeling themselves now. Another play on the Akali. She is showing. Ashe is also here, and I mean, she's just gonna have to fall there. I mean, this Elise is just running the server.
And trying to get away. But yeah, Elise is just doing all these things. She's running around the map trying to pick up
This
kills. Not really farming, as you see.
This should translate into first Drake eventually. Maybe not currently, but I do think they're actually going to look for a pick on this Jhin since he's basing on a ward. Ashe is 6. They're just going to look for Seraphine instead. She's just
Seraphine
one
just
shot, and
Oh,
that will definitely
Yeah.
be first dragon.
yeah, that should be Drake here.
In the top side,
Avery
Avery
with
is up 10
2-8.
CS and 2-0. Honestly, just seems like every lane is just suffocating, or being suffocated by the side of Spectres. The Spectres playing very, very well this game. Andromeda is looking for the cross map
Very
on the
good
Rift
play
Herald.
here. It's always good to
Yeah.
do. It's just like anytime you know that they're on the Drake, take the Rift. First Rift is always better than first
Oh.
Drake, pretty much.
And we get the
Ooh,
shutdown solo
shutdown.
kill.
Very
Very
nice.
well played.
Big shutdown to Fiora. Something you definitely would like to see, especially with how
Breathe
bad
some
the game's
life.
going for them.
Yeah,
So
breathe some life back into this
yeah.
game. I mean, they got Rift Herald
Yeah.
and a solo kill top, so honestly, this might be able to
TCR
transition into something. Now we do see Elise here, but she's just gonna look for the solo kill 1v1. Flash miss,
Flash.
but she's so
She's
ahead. It just
accelerated. Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately does not matter. Fiora was trying to get the wave under, and I mean, couldn't shove it fast enough. Oh my god, my throat is dry.
drink some water, bro.
Okay, so funny story about that. My Brita that I ordered was
Yeah?
supposed to come in today, and it did. It came in at 6:05. My post office closes at 6. So
Unlucky.
like, and drinking out of the used McDonald's cups, I think is actually giving me cancer. So
Yeah. Use your hands. I don't know.
yeah.
Cup it, bro. I believe in you.
So there are 2 different freezes being held right now by 2 different teams. Mid lane frozen and top lane frozen for Andromeda and Spectres respectively. But there is both junglers heading top. We have Ghost Pop by Udyr.
Looking for a counter gank here. This is probably just gonna get
But
out. Yeah.
They do just
Could be
hide
a-
it out. This is probably going to translate into a Rift Herald play.
What's the
Or-
greatest rift here? Yeah, you don't get too much plates out of this rift.
They're
And Ashe is also here to cover any diving. So.
spotted out on the Ashe Hawk shot. So they know she's there, but she knows they're there. Okay, the Ashar comes in,
Okay, Ashe.
but results in a little bit of poke, but ultimately nothing too big. But something that could be big is this dive that is about to come in topside. They are committing for it. They do look a little mismatched, though. And unfortunately, Riven is going to die. I think they might have been on a little separate pages. It looked
Separate. I mean,
it looked like
it's
the
not a
Elise
bad dive.
wasn't there to wasn't really wanting to dive. She didn't really full commit.
She
but
had the mana though either.
Yeah.
A lot of mana. I mean, it's like not a bad dive. I mean, huge wave loss. At least gets plates.
very
Oh,
worth. I mean, Fiora has no
At least getting
TP.
gold.
Fiora
Yeah,
has
I
no
mean,
TP, and Elise gets to continue to get accelerated. I mean, honestly, you can't be too upset with that death. But it did look like maybe a little bit of mismatched communications while this Rift Herald is being dropped mid for the side of Andromeda. And Silas just sees the Udyr leaving and decides to just go for the solo kill, but unfortunately barely misses it. It
Should
will
a
be
pop.
potentially picked up here by the Elise. Turning on Udyr,
Should just be a dead Udyr.
and Akali just has to run.
Yeah.
Udyr living for a disgustingly long amount of time, and Jhin is actually caught in river and dies off screen. And Seraphine is not long for this world either.
Yeah, complete opposite of like from game 1. It's like
No, it's still Spectres winning, by the way.
oh yeah, I forgot. They're like on a different side.
They switch sides.
Honestly, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, Spectres are really rolling with the confidence boost / momentum that they gained in game 1. And they're really showing that they're here to just knock 2 games out and prove that they're...
But it pretty much is just from game 1, bro. They just
This
stomped.
is
Never mind,
very,
my bad.
very similar to game 1.
I got messed up with the side changes, dude. Whoopsie, whoops. Okay. I mean, their whole team all has, like, completed items, mythics on base, or items, like, at, like, 13 minutes, 14 minutes.
Yeah, the 3-stack Rod of Ages on the Silas just scaling so much faster than Akali. Speaking of Akali, though, we're looking like gotta roam towards the top side, but they're just gonna wave it off. Don't want to lose too much mid when you don't have to. Excuse me. Looks like they are trying to just translate this into as fast drag stacks as possible from this point on. But Andromeda is not going to give it up without a fight. I'm not sure this is the best idea.
Ooh, good ash
Hit with the
arrow.
Ash Arrow.
Ooh, yeah, it's Silas with the Udyr.
Yeah, the Silas with the Udyr is putting in a lot of work, but the Akali is really throwing around her weight. Unfortunately, does fall. This does just seem like an item dip right now. I'm not sure if this is the fight that you want to take if you're the side of Andromeda.
Yeah, it's just a pop on the Seraphine. I mean,
And
she's so under-leveled.
Yeah.
Has literally no items. I mean, definitely really rough for Andromeda over here.
what I want to see from Andromeda is just maybe should have given this objective and given next objective and just make it their life's goal to farm
And try to get back up.
and try and get back up with CS. Because...
horrible, but I mean,
Or in a situation like this, maybe they should just overload one side and just try and look for a pick on the overextended Riven or things of this nature. Because Riven is playing very confident. She knows she's ahead. She has full Gore Drinker and boots up on the Fiora, who's on the Tabi and Sheen. And I mean, they just dove the Seraphine bot side. Oh my god. Honestly, I don't like to pick sides. I hope this game is the last game. My voice is dying. Remind me to never do this without a thing of water next to me next time, because, oh my lord. Oh, I mean, just the 2v1 from the Riven.
God,
what an
a
Ash Arrow by
fucking
Cesarius.
Ash Arrow. American Sniper, bro. Hire him for the reboot.
Wow, I mean,
My god.
Avery just 2v1ing, and then with the assistance with the Ash Arrow, I mean, it's just... You've got to be feeling bleak if you're an Andromeda fan right now. I mean, it's looking like Elise is just gonna full invade with the Ash support, and they're just gonna dive this Udyr, I think. A little mismatch on comms. The TP does come out from the Silas. I mean the Fiora. Sorry. Fiora is full committing, but Udyr does not necessarily look like he wants to fight. Ash Arrow goes wide. Cesarius feeling himself once again, but I think it'll just be a full uncommittal from both teams.
I mean, this is almost a 10k gold lead here.
And Rex is just gonna find just,
yeah.
I mean, just you land the Ash Arrow. I mean, on the 0-6-0 Seraphine. I mean, it's really hard to live against the 2-item Varus as the Kindle Gem Seraphine.
I mean, so accelerated.
But it's looking like a potential dive here. Udyr is in the area to cover. Maybe it looks like Andromeda actually is going to look for the play themselves. Fiora ulti comes out from the Silas, and I mean Udyr just cannot move with this Ash plus Silas just keeps him perma-CC'd. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kali is going to have to just back off in the face of 3 people. It is now a 10k gold lead at 18 minutes. Not necessarily what you want to see. But The Jin, unfortunately, almost flame horizoned by this Varus at this point. I mean, oh, but he does look caught. Good flash, but he flashes into the Seraphine ulti. We've got Curtain Call coming down.
You mean he is just gliding around these Jin R's.
I mean,
good Ashar. Yeah, this is just a
good stopwatch from Savaris, and Udyr does try and go back in, but looks like they're just gonna pop him down. Honestly, really well played team fight from the side of Spectres there. Oh, the flash Silas engage, and
that's just a,
that
is a dead Jin.
Oh, maybe 1-for-1 though.
Oh, I mean, big shutdown,
yeah,
but
big shutdown.
I think the game's so long at this point. I just don't think it matters. I'll be blunt.
It is going. That does get Jin his mythic.
He's a mythic. Well, the rest of the team's almost at like 2 items.
The rest, he is staring down almost 3 item cores on the Varus.
Probably has it on back, to be honest. Or close to back.
Probably will be close after maybe some camps and some waves. But yeah, at this point they're just going to
FF for game 3.
F for game 3. Please don't do this to me.
You should do it. It'd be fun.
Content.
Yo, for the stream.
For the stream. You know what? Honestly, I'd be down for a game 3. The draft was content. I mean, the Avery Riven was very, very smiled upon. The Ash Arrow does go wide, but does hit Jin in the back. Silas is just absolutely just in there. Jin is, I mean, Udyr is just kiting out while this Silas is just 3v1 on their back line.
It's just so fed, doesn't matter. This might just look like the end of the game, to be honest.
This could be looking for an end, but I think they're going to prio Dragon. Actually, this is very smart. They're sending support in jungle to do Dragon while just. Okay, Avery is in the middle of 2 people, but she's so ahead that she does look like she's just going to be able to Riven her way out while her AD carry and mid laner just shoot down the tower. Savaris could be in trouble here. Ash Arrow goes wide, but no committal by the side of Andromeda.
And the Elise almost has a fully stacked Magi, which is very scary.
Very scary when this Elise, this 10-1-6 Elise.
Oh, this might
unfortunately for Cam is just going to face check. A good concert by Seraphine, but
God's squishiest Udyr.
Unfortunately, he's looking very hard. Okay, there's a play to be made, a shutdown to be gotten. Jin snags the shutdown, and Kali does fall for her efforts.
Probably. Huh? This could be another shutdown. Oh, an arrow.
Cesarius with the American sniper. But Fiora's looking for the 2v1 here, but Varus just pops her down.
Oh, and it's just. We're not going for the end here.
The Ants are marching in 1 by 1 to just be slaughtered by this Spectres team. Like, it's looking rough. It's looking a little beyond rough. Could be a. I mean, the kiting potential from this Ashe is going to be very difficult for an Udyr to just walk into. So Spectres have decided to just base. Buy all their items. The Elise did lose 10 of her Magi stacks. Not sure how impactful that will end up being, but it is something notable to point out.
Looks like they're looking for Baron here, and then probably just going to try to transition that to an end.
Into an end, yeah.
If you're getting the TP here, but Saz is there to match them. They're all just going to
they're just going to just collapse on the Fiora. Chains does go wide, but the Cocoon lands, and he's going to fall.
This should just be a free ban. Like, I mean, they really can't contest this with it. Oh,
why does that keep happening? I know why that happens, but I don't know why that. I know why that happens, but
it's okay. League of Legends, small indie company.
I don't know how to stop that from happening. Maybe one of the other casters has like a pro tip for how to make that not happen. So I can only assume that they're just going to look to march down mid with the super minion waves, maybe clear out top first and just take over the base.
They're looking to actually just mow the lawn here. Just take down all the turrets. Overwhelm them with
Hey,
minions.
Rex might be caught. Rex is never caught.
Oh
I mean,
He
he
is
is just
gliding.
gliding.
He is space gliding in class, bros. Oh my god.
Oh, and he lives the 4th shot. But the Akali Flash
Oh,
ulti does pick up the kill. But I'm going to have to assume that she does fall for her efforts. But, oh, time to play cat and mouse. And they're just going to decide. They're just going to opt in to ignore her and
just want to end the game
just
here.
siege the base. Sponsored by Zach's mom.
Shout out to Zach's mom.
Yeah, shout out to Zach's mom for sponsoring the stream. You do so much for Scrim Zone, you really do. And this is just gonna look like a staple and
8-40.
an absolute blowout. A 15,000 gold lead from the side of Spectres. Shutdown does go on to the Fiora though, looking to maybe close a little bit of the gold lead before their base falls. A little bit of throwing for content.
A little bit of ego here.
Silas is gonna fall too.
But they have 3 open inhibitors with an almost open nexus. Don't think the shutdowns matter that
Ash
much.
ulti goes wides. It's gonna be hard for And this Riven is just a monster champion.
I mean, it looks like she's just gonna clean everyone out here.
Udyr might be able to actually trade onto her.
So,
The 0-7 Udyr against the 8-2 Fiora. I mean, the 8-2 Riven, and just Riven losing. Wait. That Riven had 1.5 items, and that Udyr had 2 full items. I don't know how that happened.
I think you're singing
How
a lot of
ridiculous
gold.
is this Udyr character? But it
Yeah,
is
he's
going to be
sitting on
5k gold. Absolutely ridiculous. And that is going to close out the game. Honestly, just like,
I mean,
you could not ask for a better performance from the side of Spectres. I mean, they...
stomp for Spectres there. Well played to them. Congratulations for winning. I mean,
Very clean 2-0.
very domination in both games.
Yeah, Andromeda showed a little bit signs of life in game 1. I was hoping for maybe them to realize that, you know, they had bits and pieces of play that they could have, you know, maybe capitalized on, but Spectres just adjusted and absolutely just did not, like, they stepped on their throat and did not let up even a little bit. It very, very, very well played from the side of Spectres that game. I mean, absolute domination. And, so, who are you thinking MVP to that game is? Because
I mean, that's so
Rex,
hard because they just destroyed all of them. Destroyed.
Everyone played so well. Cesarius with so many just American Sniper, Chris Kyle ultis. I mean, Rex absolutely
Space gliding
space
class.
gliding. Cerberus on the Silas played very, very well. Lots of ulti steals into just good skirmishing team fights.
On just had like such a really good early game snowball performance.
On absolutely
Had some
smurfed
clean
it out.
dives.
And Avery just hard stomping her lane and just turning the lead. Just 2 solo kills and up 15 CS. I mean, what more can you ask from this Riven counter pick? I mean, they blinded the Fiora and Avery showed that you cannot blind Fiora into me. I will pick my Riven and I will win. Just, I mean, if I had to give it to anyone, that's so hard. It's so hard.
I'll go here. I'll go jungler bias. I'll give it to
I was
jungler bias.
See, I'm
The
just
jungler bias here.
just like in game 1. It's like I wanted you to say yours first, and then I wanted to say it, and I was gonna also give it to On. Like I think the Elise just facilitated the game so well. It really felt like the Elise just was everywhere and just had just a hard, like, her foot was on the back of Spectre's neck all game, and it really just allowed all of her lanes to just absolutely smurf in their 1v1s or 2v2 lanes. But I mean, really, MVP that game could have went to anybody. I think they all played absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just an absolutely amazing game played. Let's see if we can get an interview.
Yeah, who on the Spectres would like the interview? That's the question.
See.
Who are they nominating? It'd be really funny if they did Hong Baba.
I think Hong Baba is asleep and zaza out of his mind.
I think he's zoinked out of the universe, but it'd be really funny.
That'd be hilarious. Hong Baba going. Get Hong Baba in here. Get Hong Baba in here. Can I drink vodka before interview? Yes. And say slurs? Prob not. Porb not. There might not be a post-game interview. I think everybody on Spectre is just like, get me and Mason, captain and coach. Okay, hold on. Let's just move to normies, and then they can just join us in normies.
Yeah. If we're then the normies.
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to
Well
start
played,
by just
well
saying,
played.
absolutely, like, masterclass performance.
Yeah.
Played
Team
very
did really well.
Yeah,
played
good job,
very
Mason.
well.
I'm pretty happy with how we played.
Yeah.
Especially I think Avery outperformed all expectations. Avery and Survivors have both been like absolutely crushing every game that they've played, and they going into the season were expected to do like okay, and instead they've been stomping everybody. I think we're unbeatable. Don't look at our record. Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Nope. Nah, it didn't. It didn't.
I did want to ask about the Game 2 draft, because from my perspective, I actually thought that Andromeda had a very good draft into your team.
Yeah.
So what was the game plan that just allowed you to just completely dominate in that game with the draft that you had?
Ego.
I can take this one because I did most of the
Ego.
drafting a little bit, but like I think in solo queue at least, I think the Udyr is like actually not favored into the Elise. I know in like team fights, I think you can mitigate this matchup, but it's like the Elise actually does hard shit on the Udyr, like in the like matchup, because I think Udyr wants to play for more like jungle tempo, and like it's the Elise wants to play for more snowballing, and you saw how Anne was playing the bot lane setups where they were just perma diving Stanley and Alana. So I think that was like most of the thought process behind the Elise pick. And then
Rex got fucked.
huh?
I said Rex got fucked.
Yeah, Rex got ignited.
Yeah, he did.
GBH is an ADC diff, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
And
Akali's
then we
too
just
OP,
draft the
dude.
double ADC, so we'd always have prio.
Akali's
bot
too
lane,
OP.
so-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the plan was basically we have Rex. He is a snowball player. Pick Elise and make the enemy bot lane regret being born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I think picking the Silas on R3 I thought was really good because they showed the Seraphine and they showed what else did they show in the draft?
Akali and Udyr.
Oh yeah. So
Always
Akali
good
Udyr,
Silas
I
ults.
think stealing Akali ult is really good because Silas always wins the 1v1 with especially with the Rod of Ages setup, right? And then you can also get like Udyr ult, which isn't bad. And then I think Silas just does well into like all three of those champions. Like Silas can kind of keep up with like the Udyr if you hit the chains and whatnot, so it's like not the worst. And it pairs decently with like the Elise because you have a lot of setup for ganks with your E, and then like double CC and just into death with like the full Silas combo. So that was like most of it. And then we just wanted the double ADC bot lane, which we went over, and then the Raven was honestly just us screaming at Avery to ego out of
Yeah,
top
Yeah.
lane, so-
literally those exact words.
We're
like,
like, "Alright,
ego,
ego,
ego, ego, ego.
I mean, it
I
worked.
mean, if
And,
anything,
you
that
know-
game really just screamed ego to me. Like
I think-
I
It was
could
a very
feel the
ego draft.
ego.
I think Avery deserves to have little and ego as a treat.
Sure. We've
Yeah.
been putting him on weak side tank duty all game. He gets the
Yeah.
ego matchup every once in a while, you know? Like,
Yeah.
gotta give your top laner a bone so they don't run it down every game, you know?
Right. Like he's been on Ornn duty for so long. Decided to let him stretch a little bit, and he performed. So
Absolutely performed on the Riven. Very, very well played.
very, very grateful to him for taking Ornn duty when necessary.
Yeah.
And also grateful that he can drop 13 kills on the Jax.
True.
Yeah. Fuck that champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed something different. You usually, I guess you already answered this, but in the future, are you gonna play more aggressive junglers, or do you think you're gonna stick to playing more like tanks? Because I noticed you play a lot of tanks.
I can't play tanks. I can't play. I keep trying to play tanks. I can't play tanks.
Yeah, but tanks.
I'm garbage.
Well, we will have to
Thanks.
see, TM. I think the adaptation into the Elise, I think Udyr is like a bit of a cheater champion because it's like
Yeah.
he can do a bit of both, and it's like
He's
also the
everything,
champ's
man.
not balanced. But
Well,
That champ's
I
broken
mean,
as fuck.
true.
so
he's weak.
so
Can't
if you
misunderstand-
say
Oh, yeah,
like
he's weak. My bad.
Yeah,
misunderstand you,
if you're saying like, oh, I play a lot of tanks, the secret is that I only play tanks when they aren't actually tanks.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. So the air quote tanks.
So will we
Right.
see-
Well, like
will
I
we
play
see
air quote
Luden's
tanks
back?
and air quote assassins, basically.
Yeah.
That's my
Luden,
champion
Zach.
pool.
I don't know if we're revisiting the Zach pick. I won't lie, but we'll have to see.
If I ever lock in Zach again, assume that I've been kidnapped and
It's not-
somebody
it's
is
not
playing
there,
on my
it's not
I'll
account.
ask you to blink twice.
Yeah.
Well, I
Alright.
mean, honestly, just with how dominant the game was, it was just.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much for us to say other than just well played. Honestly, like I really don't have too many questions. It's just.
Okay. I'm looking forward to rematching you guys though. That should be a lot of fun.
I
Or I
think-
guess
Yeah.
I'm not playing, but watching the team rematch.
You're
is
the
fun.
coach. You're the coach.
You're the
Yeah.
coach. You'll be helping us with draft
True,
and
something like that.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
coming back. I'm down for the
Okay.
rematch. That'd be fun.
I do actually have a question about game 1 draft since you're here. I saw
Yeah.
that you prioed the Caitlyn first pick. Do you
Yeah.
think that Caitlyn is the best B1 like?
Why are you still on our
in the
stress,
game?
bro?
I think Caitlyn is because of I think it is just unironically a blind pickable ADC right now.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's a comfort pick for our ADC, so I think it has a lot of value as like a first pick. So
can't
and it like
believe-
flexes into like a lot of lanes. So I also wasn't there. I was taking a massive shit. When,
Oh, it's like
True.
you stole our strat of just wanting Caitlyn every game because
True,
Jack
true.
is broken as shit.
yeah, we do a little borrowing as the kids would say.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't have anything left.
Yeah.
Mike, do you have anything?
No, not really.
All right. Well, I guess I'll close it out with some thoughts. We're simply the best team. Looking forward to rematching New York, New York
Yeah.
Nutbusters. Meta Busters is gonna get dumpstered on, etc., etc. Yeah.
Wait. The best team in the league, but like there's
Yeah, we are the best team in the
one
league.
undefeated team, and
No,
it's
no, no.
not the Spectres.
It doesn't count.
It's
Doesn't count,
not
doesn't
the
count,
Spectres.
doesn't count.
It's figment of imagination.
Listen, the sun was in my eyes. My computer was uphill.
Like-
True.
I didn't get very good sleep the night before. I was like shitting myself during the game, had diarrhea and shit.
Yeah, it was just bad. It was just
My headphones broke, my mouse broke, my keyboard burst into flames, singed
hands
my
broke.
fingers off.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, that would
Cat
make it
jumped
really
in
hard
front of
for
the
you to-
monitor.
yeah.
You know,
a lineage of the
honestly,
cat, bro.
that really just like you could have just TLDR'd all of that with just skill diff and moved on.
You know, you could. Well, this is why I've been handed one like very long text document and another PDF by my resident high elo players. So,
Yeah.
skilled. I'll give you skill diff. I'm gonna say ego not for long. Smile.
I'm looking
Smile.
forward to the rematch.
I'm
looking
Yeah.
also
forward to the
looking forward
rematch.
to that.
All right, I'm a dip though. Was
Yeah.
fun, guys.
So probably
Yeah.
we'll close it out here. Well played to the side. Honestly, Spectres just played really well. Unfortunately
Congrats.
for Andromeda, they fell a little short, but I think Game 1 did show a lot of signs of life, and hopefully they focus on their good things and just try and bounce back for the weeks to come, and I really do think that they have a strong chance of coming back and honestly maybe even beating Spectres in their rematch. Spectres coach gassing up the rematch versus New York Nutbusters because that's the only team that Spectres has lost to. Parentheses, me and my co-host Mike's team. We're just yes.
Flex.
But yeah. So probably gonna end it here. So see y'all next time.
Good night. Good night.